Video coverage of IT Expo is brought to you by Content Boost, the content marketing specialists. Amplify your sales today.
Hi, Eric Linask here at IT Expo in Miami. On today's program with me is Tom Shaffron. He's from Clear to There. Tom, thanks for joining me. Good to have you.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
So, talk to me a little bit about Clear to There and some of the smart home services that you're offering, particularly in the hybrid cloud environment.
Sure.
What does that mean, really?
Sure. So, in general, smart premises are where you're taking equipment like security, video, quality of life things like entertainment, environmental controls. So that'd be on the residential space. On the commercial space, you're once again talking about things like access control, video, POS integration, and you're tying all those systems together and offering it as a cloud service. Now, when we say hybrid, the reason our architecture is a hybrid architecture is because we actually place our servers in service providers' data centers. So it's not a public cloud, it's actually pushed down to the service provider level.
Obviously, a lot of talk in the press about security of
Yes.
personal information lately. Top of everybody's mind. It always has been. It's nothing new. It's just the recent events highlight that. What does a hybrid cloud mean in terms of ensuring privacy and security? Sure.
So if you look at retail and a lot of other systems, the architecture is such that you just buy these systems and you put these devices in your home or business, and effectively you're trusting the manufacturer or provider of that system to have designed it in such a way that it's secure. And you have multiple manufacturers doing different verticals, and they might have different motivations than making things secure. They're looking at capturing market share features, things of that nature. So what we do is we stick everything behind a firewalled VPN tunnel, encrypted tunnel connection. So there's no direct communication with our devices or our systems at a customer's premise. Instead, the communication actually has to flow through the application servers that are at the service provider's data center. So the security model is placing that security at the service provider's data center, and at the customer's premises, it's completely locked down, even at the local network level.
So you're working, Clear to There is working with a number of service providers across the country who have started integrating your services into their product offerings. Why are they doing that? What's the benefit for them?
Sure. So in the last year, we've brought on about 70 to 75 service providers around the country with our platform. And the main reasons are retention of subscribers, building loyalty with their customers for their core services, as well as new revenue streams. So when people look at our services versus the competition, because we partner with the service providers, we put our servers at their data center, it's presented as their brand tied to their billing. It actually acts as a customer retention and loyalty system as opposed to just an additional revenue stream.
I see a lot of verticalization in the technology industry in general. Are there any particular vertical markets that you're seeing extra interest in or activity in?
Sure. So in the home, security is obviously a pretty big market. I mean, just on monitored security right now, about 20% of homes have monitored security systems, and then self-monitoring is growing very quickly. So that most people, we feel, over the next 10 years are going to have either a monitored or self-monitored security system. Then you have smart care, elder care, where we have solutions that tie into things like blood pressure monitoring, glucose monitoring, PERS units for panic buttons, and then tying into, on the commercial side, video is very popular, access control, tied to POS systems, security alarm systems. So I'd say those are some of the most popular.
You just mentioned video. I believe one of the things you also offer is a video storage product.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
So that's our Infinity video storage system, and that's relatively unique in the market in that we take our storage, our video storage, and it sits at the service provider's data center, so it's off the public internet to make it more secure, but also you're eliminating the massive transport costs of sending video, which is a huge consumer of bandwidth, over the internet. So you're more secure, you're an order of magnitude less expensive, and you have a more reliable system because you're not relying on third-party networks, third-party routers that are over the internet that if they fail, your video security fails.
You know, one of the interesting features, if you will, of this cloud environment that we're in is that that's really enabling providers to expand their product portfolio. Is anything in the works for Clear to There?
Sure. We're focusing in the future on a lot of the smart care products in terms of healthcare, building out scales, building out some of the glucose monitoring, things like that. On the business side, we're getting into analytics, some additional stuff in terms of tying more into POS systems. We do a lot now, but getting more integration into there. And then on the residential side, we're also looking at expanding more into the entertainment side. So really when you look at residential, you're looking at quality of life and affecting a customer. They look at things from a consumer looks at things from a quality of life perspective, whereas a business looks at it from an ROI perspective. Mm-hmm. And so when you break it down, things like entertainment are very important to on the consumer side. There's something they touch all the time, they interact with all the time.
Well, I think it's actually fair to say that the quality of life is the ROI on the consumer side.
Exactly.
Hey, Tom, it's been great talking with you. Thanks for being on our program today.
Thank you.
Video coverage of IT Expo is brought to you by Content Boost, the content marketing specialists. Amplify your sales today.